I'm Judy Scott Feldman, and I'll be teaching Designing Washington Art for Democracy. I created this course for Osher 5 years ago, and will be revising and updating the material because so much has changed in our country and in Washington. The focus is the history and evolution of Washington, D.C. as our nation's capital, and in particular, the origins, development, and modern role of the National Mall as a symbol in landscape and architecture of American democracy and identity. We'll start by examining George Washington's role in the creation of the 1791 L'Enfant Plan that laid out the new Capitol as a physical embodiment of the newly ratified U.S. Constitution with the Capitol building at its center, and established classical architecture for federal building. In Class 2, we'll look at mid-19th century when L'Enfant's lofty vision for the city was mostly ignored, and Andrew Jackson Downing proposed a total redesign of the mall as a museum of trees. As American government took on new importance after the Civil War, the whole city grew, with DuPont Circle and others filling out with public parks, grand mansions, and Civil War generals. The 1902 Macmillan Commission, headed by architect Daniel Burnham, re-envisioned the Capitol and the mall at its heart as a majestic neoclassical landscape, adding the Lincoln Memorial and providing the blueprint for the mall we know today. The New Deal era sponsored public works, including parkways and public parks, as well as public buildings in the Federal Triangle and arts projects, including the Ben Shahn murals in the Federal Cohen building that is now slated for sale. The city and the mall took on a whole new level of meaning in the 20th century as the American people took to the newly cleaned up mall to exercise their First Amendment rights. The mall became the stage for American democracy, and new museums and monuments expanded the American story told on the mall. In our last class, we'll look to the future. Is Congress right that the mall is a completed work of civic art? In the face of challenges, including calls for new museums and monuments and executive orders dictating future design changes, can we imagine an optimistic future for American democracy in our capital and on the mall? I hope you'll find the concept interesting and challenging and join our class next spring.